This may seem strange, but the name of Kazan from ancient Bulgars is translated as a pot. On the other hand, there is nothing strange about it. During thousands years history, thousands of people of different nationalities and religions came in Kazan and surprisingly live peacefully nowadays too. This is a phenomenon that without exaggeration became the subject of hundreds of scientific studies both in Kazan and far beyond its borders. Significant contribution to the study of this issue was made by scientists of Kazan Federal University. Kazan School of Oriental Studies is the strongest not only in Russia, but throughout the world. It is admired and taken as an example, and huge success for this belongs to the Orientalists of Kazan Federal University. One of them is Mirkasim Usmanov. A few days ago, the great scientist would have turned 80 years old. In honor of this event in Kazan Federal University was held an international conference, the Turkic Muslim World, Identity, Heritage and Prospects of Studying. To honor the memory of his teacher, mentor and a confederate gathered dozens of eminent scholars from all over the planet. Someone was lucky to meet him personally, and someone grew up on his books and monographs that have been translated into dozens of languages. But all without exception are connected with admiration to Kazan scientists' contribution to the development of the world Oriental studies.
I think that Kazan is one of the most important centers of Islam, certainly in Russia and in Eurasia. And I'm very happy to see that Kazan has again become a center of Islamic studies and Oriental studies, the place that it already had and deserved in the 19th century.
Worldwide recognition of Mirkasim Usmanov and his fellow Orientalists once again demonstrates that Kazan Federal University has very rich tradition in Oriental studies. And there are many assumptions. One of them is the geographical position of the city. After conquering Kazan in 1552, Ivan IV literally opened a window to the east, and the fallen capital of the Kazan Khanate became a place where two religions, Islam and Christianity, touched. This subsequently gave ground for the appearing of the School of Oriental Studies at the University of Kazan.
Well, Tatar civilization is an integral part of so-called Turkish Muslim civilization. First of all, our language, our culture belongs to a great group of Turkish nations.
Speaking about assumptions, we can't forget about rich material for research. Kazan Library is rich in various Oriental manuscripts and books, including religious texts. Many of them are of great rarity and therefore worth their weight in gold. A rich collection of wisdom of the East is in Kazan Federal University. A true gem of this collection can be called the edition of the Quran, the holy book of all Muslims. This Quran was published in 1803, and the Asian Publishing Press of Catherine II moved by that time from St. Petersburg to Kazan. It became the first canonical edition of the Quran in the Muslim world, and this way to publish was later borrowed by many Muslims. Our edition of the Quran is very appreciated in the Muslim world. This is evidenced by at least that in 2005, at the initiative of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, the Quran of 1803 year was reprinted here in this beautiful cover. This was done in order to emphasize the value of this edition of the Quran in the Muslim world, since it became the model of all other publications all over the world. Incidentally, Kazan Quran of 1803 is a huge rarity. In Russia remains just simply one copy, and it is in the library of Kazan Federal University. Kazan Quran is in many major libraries of the world. At that time, the appearance of this publication was a significant contribution to the world of Tatars in Muslim culture, so it often becomes the object of attention of science. Kazan Quran text feature is its aesthetic calligraphy, its brevity and ease of reading. The most important thing for Muslim is not to make mistakes reading the Quran. There are many explanations how one or another letter should be read, where there should be pause, and etc. Another feature of Kazan Quran is the distribution of the text pages. The fact that Arabic words can be divided, and the main difficulty in the publication of the Quran is to avoid the transfer of words from one line to another. We can say that Quran publishers in Kazan give a master class as it can be done. It is coincidence or not, but after the reissue of the Quran in Kazan in 2005, Orientalism in Kazan Federal University breathed deeply. It's not just about Islamic studies. The university started the study of the culture and history of the eastern states, and among students increased interest in Oriental languages taught by native speakers. And that's not all. In September this year will be 11th International Congress of Social Sciences of the Turkic World. Organizers are expecting great success here.